EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And Lance again going to keep it. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Raiders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 11.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So this game of our, Charles, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here. 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
If you look at this Bronco defense,
right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
they'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now a play fake. Lance.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on the punt.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
A 1st down carry by Elliott.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of rhythm behind it.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And Lance now to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Lance going to throw.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
This defense for the Broncos very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance. That is caught.
Touchdown! A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Carlson on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
That's good.
He'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Byron Young forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. Targets and finds Reynolds once more. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 46, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Lance. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 6 yards in the first down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Lance looking to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Lance. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second and 1. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Looking to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Broncos. Josh Reynolds, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Lutz for the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Off of play action, here's Lance. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Throwing his lance on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hands it off out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown on their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. A lot of people talk about how difficult it is to play in the high air here in Denver, but one group of folks who most definitely don't mind that, kickers, and that one, CD, a career long.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon, because they envy guys like Matt Prater, Brandon McManus, who have spent their careers here. They get to spend a bulk of their time kicking at altitude, and they absolutely love it. So when you get a chance to visit and do it yourself, you feel great about that opportunity.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
look to set up his blockers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
From the gun, it's Lance.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Lance. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's going to be batted down. We'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5. And this one is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And This is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He finds Mayer here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of battering him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. The Lance going to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages. And
down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up
2nd and 9 now. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. The kick by Lutz is good, and that's going to tie things at 20. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Lance on the option right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And now they'll throw with Lance. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Jadeveon Clowney from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on and attack the game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Here's Smith to return it. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
73 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there to 22. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd and 6. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Well, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Watts is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And quickly they get to the line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 3rd down and 1. Now Lance wants to change him up. And the slot man goes in motion left. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback.
But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
To throw, it's Lance. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Lance now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got Elliott, and he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
A big play looming on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carlson able to put this one through.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Just a critical breakdown defensively turns this into a huge play. And now you've got to get up to the ball and get moving.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
One final shot. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Well, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Las Vegas,
the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.